I'm sure you've all got the experience of potting soil in this country. You've all got pots at home. I'm sure when you water them, you've probably found that the water just rushes straight through. And there's more water ending up in a tray at the bottom than actually remaining in your plants to feed your plants during the day. This is double-edged. You'll find that what actually is happening is that water is not just rushing through and leaving little moisture behind, but it's actually washing out the nutrients as well. So even if you've fed nutrients, they're going to be washed through, and anything remaining, anything that's in that potting soil in the first place will also get washed out. So basically you'll probably find that your plants have either been stunted, they haven't grown, or they've even probably died very often. But you've wondered, why are they not flourishing? The root cause of this is the fact that potting soils in this country, generally speaking, and I dare say there are probably the odd exception here or there, do not have a water retaining component in them. If you go overseas and get potting soils over there, the bulk of that potting soil has got peat moss in it, which is a water retaining component. In this country, they try to replace the peat moss with either compost or bark or soil and sand, or a mixture of all three normally. But either which way, you either get too much bark and too much compost in it, or you get too much sand. Either the water rushes through, or if you've got too much sand, you'll create a waterlogging effect, and your water doesn't go through at all. So over the years, I've been trying to solve this problem, because I know that when people buy my pots, they want some advice. What do we do? What do we put in those pots? And what we've done is slowly we've come up with what we call a starter pack. Our starter pack is designed for a 30-litre bag of potting soil that you'd buy in a nursery. It's the big one, and in this pack we have a coconut coir brick. This you will put in a bucket or a basin, and you add about 3 or 4 litres of water to it and go away and leave it. Leave it for 20 minutes, go and have a cup of tea or a beer, come back and you'll find that it's completely broken down. There may be a few hard bits, in which case you'll add a little bit of water onto them and they'll break up. Once they're all broken up and you've found that that brick has expanded to about 10 litres, it is now ready for use. Now in our pack we also have water retaining crystal pack. These crystals, 2 grams, a small amount like that, will actually expand into that amount. It takes up 400 to 500 times its weight in water, and it releases it very easily to your plants, but around the crystals it's still aerated. It's been designed for the agriculture industry, and it's used extensively by forestry for the establishment of new forests, where each little tree sapling gets a little bit of that mix in the bottom of its root ball to give it a little bit of extra moisture before it establishes its own new root system. So once we've mixed our coir and our dry crystals into our potting soil, we have a mix which is now able to retain moisture. And if it retains moisture, then it can now retain nutrients. So we've added a pack here of slow-release organic fertilizer, which we also mix into our pack of potting soil. And that now gives your plants a boost for the first 6 weeks of their lives, and basically gives them something to feed on as their root system is developing in the pots. We also have in our pack a pack of pelleted organic fertilizer, which is designed as an ongoing feed. You either scratch it into the surface, or what I do very often is I take a small amount, put it in a container, dissolve it overnight, and I use a cupful of that mix, put it in my watering can, and use it as a liquid fertilizer perhaps once a week. I want you guys to be successful in reproducing exactly what I have managed in my pots. How I've achieved this is actually using ordinary potting soil combined with our starter packs and regular feeding. So this is proof that it actually works. I highly recommend that you use this stuff. It's been highly successful. A lot of people come back and keep buying our starter packs. And I wish you every success and lots of happy gardening.